Hi, I'm Ray Hutchins. I'm the founder of Data One Intel and Vendor Assessment as a Service. And thanks for coming by and watching the demo today. I think you're going to enjoy it. But before we get started, let's do a couple of housekeeping items. First of all, if you want to watch this demo in full screen, go to the bottom right corner of that video player you're watching there. Look down and you'll see the YouTube icon. Right to the right side of it, you'll see there's a full screen button. Click on that full screen and then you'll see it in your full screen. It's easier to watch that way. And then when you're done, hit escape on the top left of your keyboard. Hit the escape and you go back to the normal view that you've got here. So we're going to do a vendor assessment from using our vendor assessment as a service application. And VAAS is one product of Data One Intel. Data One Intel is a platform company. It's designed to go out and collect a lot of data on different technology industries. We're focusing on the cybersecurity industry for starters. That story and a lot more information about that is available right here on this website to tell the story in complete detail. And we design so that when we go out and collect the data related to cybersecurity, that data can be leveraged off of to pursue other apps. So we're a platform company in that respect. And so the vendor assessment as a service is just one product we sell from that data, but it's a critical product. And that's why I want to show it to you today. So let's get started and do a vendor assessment. So when you get started on doing a vendor assessment, you start here at this screen where you're looking here, and it kind of gives you a little overview about what we're getting ready to do. Click up here and you start the assessment. And I said that, Data One Intel collects information and data on various technology industries. Here gives you an idea. The first thing you have to do when you're doing a VAAS is to look through here and see which industry are you targeting. Well, we're going to target cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, when you're talking about IT industries, you're talking that at the basis of all IT industries, an integral component is cybersecurity itself. So we're leveraging off of cybersecurity to help us go into these other industries. But we're going to start with cybersecurity. That's our foundation. The next thing we do, if we're going to do a vendor assessment of a particular product within the cybersecurity industry, well, what is that product category? In cybersecurity, there are over 80 different product categories. I mean, no wonder people are having problems protecting their networks because there's so many different kinds of products that can be applied to the protection process. Well, today we're going to look at maybe what arguably is the most complex, firewalls. And so we're going to click on firewalls here. Notice when I click on firewalls, there are 65 different firewall vendors out there and 582 products. Well, naturally, we've got to narrow that down just a little bit. And so we're going to use the VAAS wizard to do this, which helps us do it and makes the whole process a lot easier. Now, if you're an IT person and you've got some specific requirements related to firewalls that you want to look at, well, you can do a VAAS search or you can browse the features. We have over 800 different firewall features in our database. So if you've got something very fine-tuned that you're looking at, you can go that way also. But for the average person and the average business person, also, the wizard will get the job done. So now, moving over, first question. Now it's going to start collecting our requirements. What kind of requirements do we have? And you'll notice up here in the progress bar where it's going to take us across all the way to the dashboard where the results are. So are you a small business? You have medium-sized business? You're a large enterprise? We'll be a medium-sized business. I'll be on the technical staff today. Okay, and I will also be on the security team today also. Within the security team, what's your title? All right, let's make me a director for today. Now it's going to give us a little bit of an overview of the kind of requirements that it's going to ask us about today. So you can take a look at this and get an idea of what's coming up. And then what kind of data do you protect? Okay, intellectual property data, credit card data, customer data, financial data. Those will be our data points. Notice right then, as soon as I did that, we dropped down to 61 vendors from 65 and 488 products from, I think it was 562. So you can see already we're sifting through the database trying to find those vendors and products that match your requirements. What's the location of your data? In our case, we're going to have data in the cloud and our servers. Personal servers, laptops, tablets, yes. Mobile phones, yes. Okay, how many users in our organization? Okay, let's say we've got 1,300 users. Okay, are we trying to protect a data center? No, we're not trying to protect a data center today. Do you need to protect traffic between networks? No, just this one network. That's all we've got. Notice we're dropping down. Okay, we're down to 119 products. What kind of devices do you use within this network? Email servers, yes. Web servers, no, no, no. Okay, notice the progress. We're about halfway through here. Do you have one or more firewalls in place? Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, who are our firewall vendors now? Okay, let's say we use Fortinet and we use Cisco. Okay, so there they are. Those are our firewall vendors that we're using. Would you prefer the new firewall to be from any of your current vendors, or are you open to alternatives? Yes, we're open to alternatives. Nothing against Cisco and Fortinet, great companies, and we're not excluding them either. We're not excluding them, but we are looking because we want to see what's the latest and the greatest out there. It might be something new. Do you know what type of firewall you need? Well, I've got some ideas. I've talked to them, I'm in the IT department. I've got a few ideas. I need a premise-based firewall, and I need a cloud-based firewall. I don't need any specialty. Organization size, deployment. I need a next generation premise-based. I need next generation cloud-based. And let's see, I want enterprise appliance and enterprise cloud-based. Okay, do I need anything else here? No, 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 no. Okay, good. Next, I'll go here. Do you know if you need a next generation firewall? Well, I just said I did, so I already answered it. But let's just say I didn't know, okay? So I'll click here, and here you go. You've got the definition and a video, kind of tells you what a next generation firewall is. But I already said yes, so we're in good shape. Notice we're down to 5 vendors already. We can do some more criteria here, we can rank some stuff, but I'm trying to move through this quickly for you, so we won't spend any time on that. How do you prefer to acquire the firewall? We're going to lease it. So we'll say we'll lease it. Okay. Next, what's the budget? This is an important item, clearly. Let's say our budget is a pretty complex, say a $20,000 budget here. And we'll go next. It's dropped us down to 4 vendors, 5 products. When is our immediate time frame? We want to get it within 3 months. So there you go. Click here, and we can do some more criteria that it'll give us there, but we'll pass that to OK. Now, notice we've made it to the dashboard. How long did that take? What were we, 3 minutes? 4 minutes? Whatever. I don't know. Not much, okay? And it went through all the important requirements related to a firewall. And now we're here at the results, and we have down to 4 vendors and 5 products based on the requirements. And if you wanted to narrow it further, you could go in and narrow it further. You could just turn around and go back in there. But we'll work with this for right now. I mean, if you were doing a manual vendor assessment, I mean, you wouldn't even have been able to sit down and even start thinking about your requirements yet for a firewall. And here you are, already have results that you can be looking at, and you have all this live information, all this current information that you didn't have to go out and collect. I mean, this is, in terms of doing vendor assessments and its value, this is like a miracle has occurred. And even companies with large vendor management offices and staff don't have the resources and can't get anything done like this in this kind of time frame. So this is a powerful, powerful tool. So we start off here, click to view other results. You can see that you've got 5 other products here. Let's click this one here real quick. Take a look at another one. You can see how the results are organized here. You're organized by product viability and vendor viability, because you have to look at both sides of the coin, not just the product, but also the vendor behind that product. And you can see that you've got this color coding: caution, average, acceptable. Product viability is got a problem here with security, as you can see on this. And so, and then vendor viability looks pretty good. Let's go back to this other one right over here, and let's take a look at this. Close this up just a little bit and take a look right here. So notice something here as we're going to go through here. First, in the Shield +4, there are some other firewalls we could take a look at. We can see that the requirements match was good, the data completeness was good, And we'll go down here, click on the metrics to drill down deeper, and you can see it's broken up into 3 components for each of them. But notice both of them have security built in. Let's talk about security for just a second. The Vendor Assessment as a Service platform and Data1Intel, the IT system behind it, we are all about security. We have security baked in. We have security engineered into our system. If you are an investor, you have a big interest in security. You want to know that your investment into the intellectual property, which is our software, is protected and it's not going to be stolen. The only way you can do that is to engineer it in up front. Target and Anthem and some of these other people out there, they're trying to apply security after the fact, and you can see how well that's working. And so as an investor, whether you're investing in us or anyone else, you want to make sure that whoever's building that software is making sure that that software has got security built in at the get-go, and we do. So not only for us protecting your investment, but mainly the reason we're doing is to protect our customer data, because we've got customers in here that have signed up with us and telling us about their security needs. We certainly don't want that hacked, and we're not going to let it be hacked. Plenty of information on our website about that. Go take a look. See what we've done about security. You'll be impressed. Okay, back to our assessment here. So, the latest data update today was today, okay, the day that we're doing this, that I'm making this video. And the data is being collected around the clock, and we collect data from we buy data. We have manual data collection. We do web data extraction. We get data from public databases. We have people contribute data to us. We have data, and it's coming in all the time so that the information you're looking at is very current, and we save you that work. So looking at the product data, you can start drilling down and start seeing results of information in here that is available at your fingertips. Security, again, security. Let's talk about security. Collecting security data. We have 8 primary indicators here that you can see built in here. And then let's pick one of them. Third-party testing, review of the application. Was there any third-party testing? There are 10 sub-data points. Click on that, and you have the possibilities. And these are the people that tested this firewall in one way. So NSS Labs tested it. Forrester tested it or reviewed it. Veracode, someone else in there. So these are so you can see what testing results became on this, what they find right and what found wrong with it. When was this last data related to this result updated? When was that? And what is the S? The S stands for the source of the data. This was a third-party data purchase. So we either bought this data, or you could buy this data to get that report in there. But that's right there at your fingertips. You didn't have to go out and go get it. Collecting this information from all these different sources would take hours and hours and hours, and you would have missed some of it. We already know where it is, and so we're bringing it in to you. And that's related to security to this product. So let's move on. If you're going to spend $20,000 on a firewall, what kind of support do you have for that? Well, we've got we've got a lot of information that we're collecting on support on that. So let's just take the top one here. Product training has got 8 data subpoints on that. So this product, or this series here, has got online self-guided training, instructor-led remote, video training, webinars, product documentation. All this information would have been available on their website, but you didn't have to go and get it. We just went and got it, and we did the vendor a favor by bringing it in here and showing it to you. But now you know what kind of support you've got, and this helps you negotiate with the vendor over support and whatnot. So that information is available to you right there on that side. Let's go over now, but you're not done. Just because you've looked at the product, you're not done. You want to know about the vendor. Is the vendor going bankrupt? Is the vendor got some lawsuits that are germane to this conversation? Or is the company getting ready to get bought by the Chinese? I mean, that would be good stuff to know about your firewall vendor. So we're out there collecting that information from you. So you got all kinds of company data here, ownership, patents, insurance coverage, customers, competition, competitors. I mean, all this information that's out there that we've been collecting and bringing it in here for you, you've got it. Financial and legal data. Get our financial data from Dun & Bradstreet. Lots of data points on that are coming in, and being updated all the time, letting you know the health of the company, and if there's any lawsuits and whatnot that are available through public records, we get those, and so you're aware of that. Any lawsuits against any of the company officers for whatever kind of bad behavior is in there. Security, again, what's the security of the vendor? Not just the security baked into the product, what's the security that the vendor is making available? And there's a lot of stuff here in information about it. Customer data security. You know, asking these questions. Now, a lot of times you'll find, and we have found, trying to collect information about this kind of sensitive security data information, the vendors don't want to share. But okay, and we get that. But here are the questions you need to ask the vendor. You don't have to go out and make up or research the questions. We've already asked the questions. So if we haven't already collected the information, you know you can deal with the vendor directly with the questions that we have provided for you. But we are working to get that information also around the clock. Okay, more information. You've got product information about it. You can read more about it. You've got product data sheets, specification sheets that you can download, and your tech team and whatnot can look at it and can compare sheets in here. Here's an important area to look at, and that is the sentiment buzz. What are people saying out in the world about this product and this vendor right now? So we go to blogs, to forums, to LinkedIn groups, wherever. We go out there and we have a bunch of keywords related to the product and the company and whatnot, and we're pulling that information in, and then through our own proprietary algorithms coming up with scores. So you can just look at the dashboard and see if there's a problem that you want to drill down in here and get some more information in and investigate further if something looks negative with respect to any of these. This is very important information because these are live conversations on the web that are going on right now. We also collect information directly from our VAAS users and get information, people sharing information, and we share that with you. And then we also have product news and vendor news on here. So you can see a lot of information coming in all the time. How long have we been talking? 10 minutes here, and you're getting all this information. Again, you would not even be able to write down the first couple of requirements for a firewall in this time frame. But we're still not done. There's so much information. When you're collecting information like this, 24/7, that data starts to pile up. And when you pile up data and it gets real deep, big data as it were, well then you can mine it, you can analyze it, and you can look at it in new ways. Well, that's what we're doing for you here. We're setting up an environment where we can do that. So let's just take a look here on this and see what we can come up with here. Let's go here to type and go to dashboard results. Let's go to vendor data, take a look at security and go to scores, and let's take a look. And this you can see here, now we've got a visual. We look at the product security score and compare that to the vendor viability score, and how do these guys stack up? Gives you a new way to look at the vendor and the product. That can, picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, okay, create a few pictures. And so let's try one more. Let's do product data. How about let's go to financial, and let's go to company value. Oops, let's see, financial, company value. And let's go down here, let's edit the axis and go to time, years. Let's visualize that data. Okay, so now you've got security company valuations over time. So company security valuations, you can see the valuation of the company change and gives you an idea of how their products are being received in the marketplace. And so all very important stuff and information that you can use in making a correct vendor assessment. So we'll wrap this up because your time is valuable, but that gives you a quick view of this thing. Now you can go to our website and you can come back and play with this tool if you like, and look at it. And it is just a tool in a demo. At the end, when you get through taking a look at this video, please take the short 6-question survey, which you can find a link on at the home page. It's the navy blue button on the page. And if you're a potential investor and you want to see the confidential documents, please contact me. Thank you for your time and your interest in this. Please join us and help make the web a safer place. Thank you.